How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today we have a brand new knife to check out coming in from Real Steel. Big thank you to them for sending this in. This knife is available and I will have it linked down below in the description. If you're new to the channel here and you enjoy knife and EDC content, you are in the right place. Make sure you subscribe because I release daily videos, and as always, let us know what you're carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. So this is called the Carly with a K. And as I said, I will have it linked down below in the description. This is going to be in their more affordable line of knives. They have a more budget-ended or affordable line, and then they have a line that's a little bit more expensive. This is going to fall in that much more expensive category. We're looking at VG10 steel. We have a nice drop point blade with a top swedge rolling almost 3/4 of the way of the blade. We do have some jimping up here. Pretty good sharpening choil there. Starts to thicken up here. Looks pretty good though. You'll have to let me know what you think of that sharpening choil there. Real Steel typically does a great job on that type of thing. The action is really, really nice. Good strong detent. And that flipper tab is done really well. You got a couple of wider jimps there, but they are milled perfectly to just grip a hold of that finger. So not always necessary to have that fine jimping if you can accomplish the same thing with just a couple of jimps. That works well. We have great access to the liner, and they include some nice jimping there, and that'll just make this easier and much more comfortable to disengage. We are looking at aluminum with an aluminum overlay, but they do have several different variations of this knife available. We have an aluminum backspacer here, and then a tail-mounted deep carry pocket clip. And of course, it is going to be reversible for our left-handed brothers and sisters out there, which is a nice touch. Real Steel often will include lefties in 99% of their designs. And if you have been watching for any length of time, you'll know I'm a big fan of Real Steel just because they offer great products and they offer great cutting tools, and that's kind of the key there. 7 3/16 overall, 2 7/8 of cutting edge, and 3 3/16 of total blade. And for comparison's sake, we got the full-size Benchmade Bug Out and the full-size Vosteed Raccoon, and you'll see it's just a touch shorter than both of those. And the Kaiser drop bear up top with the Spyderco Para 3 down there on the bottom. You'll see it's just in line with that Kaiser drop bear, and I'd say it's relatively pretty close to the Para 3, just a little bit shorter. We'll take a look at that pocket clip and see what it looks like in the pocket here. Going to carry nice and deep. You won't see any of that knife poking out of the pocket unless somebody's looking down in your pocket, but otherwise it's going to carry nice and clean, nice and deep, and that pocket clip is pretty aesthetic. Nothing fancy, but nothing crazy either. As far as the retention, seems to be very good, and that cross-cut milling, that does have some texture to it, but it's not overbearing or anything, so that'll also provide some traction on the way out because of the way it's milled. It's not done this way, it's done this way, if that makes sense. So it kind of steps this way, so as you're pulling it out, you'll have a little bit of drag, but that'll give some added tension as well. As far as the weight goes, what do you think? It's pretty skinny, and it's all aluminum. So we're not talking about a robust knife here. It's this is definitely going to fall in that gentleman size, gentleman style. I almost don't want to guess because I have been way off on the last couple, but I think they were trying to go really light here. And let's say 2.3. About 2 ounces. So 1.95 really impressive. That's, you know, carbon fiber bug out type weight right there. Just a little bit lighter than the bug out. So that's pretty impressive out of aluminum. But I was saying earlier in the video, Real Steel tends to hit the things that really matter when it just comes to a cutting tool. You want it to come out of the box with a good edge. You want it to have a good sharpening choil so it can have some life, right? You want a decent one to a great one. You want to be able to open it easily. You want to have a secure lock, whichever lock that is. You want to be able to carry it very easily. And, you know, a lot of people want versatility. And Real Steel offers that most of the time with a ambidextrous clip mounting option. So they do a lot of things very, very good in my opinion. And I think, you know, if you talk to people who carry and use Real Steel knives, they will tell you the same thing. They're a company that kind of goes under the radar, and it's just they don't have maybe the marketing push that some do. You know, I don't know what the explanation would be for that, right? If you have an idea as to what that is, you'll have to let me know. But the proof is in their knives. I mean, they work with Ivan Bragnowitz, which he has become one of my favorite designers. He has a knack for producing a really good cutting tool and a very comfortable, easy to carry, easy to handle type of cutting tool. So I've come to really appreciate what they offer there. And they offer a lot of, you know, full length back spacers on their knives and integral style knives. Now, this is one of the very few where we don't have either an integral liner or a full length backspacer, because a lot of times that is what we see. If you're concerned about action, I wouldn't be on this knife one bit. That is a great flipping action. You do have a lighter and thinner blade there, but I think as this breaks in, I think it will easily be just kind of a one shake shut type of knife. Get a little bit of break in and a little bit of oil. But I prefer it just like that. A couple of light shakes or one good, you know, whoop, and it's clean, it's smooth. Yeah, this is going to make a lot of sense for a lot of people. The VG10, Real Steel does it well. It's nothing futuristic. It's not crazy. But VG10 is a proven good steel, and Real Steel does their VG10 very well. They've been using it for a long time. And for those of you that are still here, make sure you've hit the thumbs up button. That helps push the video out there to more people. But let me know. I've had some comments asking me to let them know what the handle thickness is. 0.323 on this one. So very, very thin when it comes to handle thickness. That's a very thin handle right there. But let me know if there's something do you want me to include that handle thickness every time we do an unboxing? You guys know that I often include as much of that type of stuff as I can in the unboxing. That way you're not having to wait to see how it handles and reacts out of the box. But if there's something you want me to add into this series, or, you know, maybe take out, you know, for instance, do you not want to see the weight? That's a 10-second easy thing to do, so it's not, you know, that's not a huge deal. But let me know if you have any inputs, anything like that. I love hearing from you. And here again, if you saw the Iris video, which is the brothers to this knife right here, they've included some added thickness on the top of that liner where it meets up with the tang of the knife. Now, since I made that video, I had some thoughts. You know, they need room for the bearing in there, to the detent ball to have room in there to sit in the liner. So I think that's part of it. But I think that added piece of steel there also helps in relation to lockup and just having more surface area to meet up with that tang. And we're just gonna give it a couple taps here and see what we're looking at. It's perfectly centered up. Very nice tolerances. There's no movement. No pivot lash. Soft open. No movement. I can flex the blade because it's so thin, but there's no lock movement or anything like that. I don't think we're going to have a problem at all. And, you know, do you want me to check the blade stock thickness in these videos? Is there stuff like that you want me to do? I haven't had many people ask for handle thickness or blade stock, and sometimes we check that, sometimes we don't. It just depends. But I love hearing your guys' input. It helps me get better, it helps make the videos get better, and it just gets better for everyone. So don't think that your input won't help. I can take it, and it's not going to hurt my feelings. So any input is greatly appreciated. That'll wrap this one up, though, guys. You'll have to let me know. What do you think of the new Carly from Real Steel here? Love hearing from you guys. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. That helps push the video to more people. If you're new to the channel here, I release daily knife and EDC content just like this. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell. That'll notify you anytime I release new content. Have yourself an awesome day. I appreciate every single one of you. Have yourself an awesome one. I'll catch you on the next one, baby. Hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, hit the like,